So guys, we're gonna crush some Tuesday night training tonight. And really, like Charlene, you said earlier, right? Like you saw me warming up. Girl, you gotta bring energy, right? You gotta bring energy to your people. You gotta bring energy to the meeting because nobody wants to follow a dadgum disillusioned crybaby. Let's be honest, right? And if that's the energy that you bring to people and you're not closing, I'm just gonna say you gotta fix the energy, right? You gotta fix the energy first. Because think about it, if people are gonna borrow your belief in the beginning of the business, but you're out there walking around like Eeyore, mm, ain't a whole lot of belief to be borrowed from Eeyore, right? You need to be Tigger. Like you gotta bring it. You need to be bouncing around off the walls. And so like this kind of stuff, it's real. It's real, guys. And it's just like your mindset. It's so real. So listen, we're gonna go through the RVP panel here in a little bit, the future RVP panel. But first, I want to let Wendy get started. So if you guys don't know Miss Wendy, Wendy was my very first regional vice president. So she was the original Atlas base. She was replacement back to Andy and Brittany for promoting us to regional vice president. She was the first one ever to get her securities license. She's already made over 50,000 in cash. She's got her watch. She's running for her ring right now. So she's the leader of Team Vision. They moved back up to Maryland to be closer to parents and family up there. So that's where she's at now, and that's where her branch office is in Maryland. And so tonight she's going to run us through five to stay alive. She's going to do it super quick. It's normally like a 3 hour class, but she's going to do it in 12 minutes. No, I'm kidding. Right? She's going to knock it out in about 20 minutes. Then we're going to do some recognition. I'll take back over and we're going to talk to Halie and Logan because I really want you guys to see the power of what's possible. And when you guys see how much money these two ladies have made in their first month license so far, it's going to blow your mind. And the point really isn't to show you how great they are because they're amazing. The point is to show you what's possible. All right. And so we're going to get to that here in a minute. But Miss Wendy, girl, I'm super proud of you. Take it away, girl. Show us what five to stay alive looks like. And you're it. You're the co-host. You're running it. Let's go.
All right, sounds great. And thank you, Noah. I'm super excited to do the five to stay alive. It's one of my favorite things to teach about. And it's super important for your business. So you may or may not have heard this before. It's originally Ian Preckner. And when Noah asked me to do this, he said, try to cut it down a little bit, keep it to 20 minutes. So I practiced and I did it in 5 minutes. So I'm going to try to, I have a time, I got a timer. All right. So we're good. All right. So I'm going to share my screen. Everybody hang tight real quick. Okay. From the beginning, here we go. All right. So Ian Preckner, like I said, I don't know if everybody knows who Ian Preckner is, but he was Andy's original coach. He left a couple months before I got started. The man sold his business for $30 million. Do you think in the Zoom chat he might know what he's talking about? All right. Yes. All right. So here we go, guys. Five to stay alive. And this is what's going to keep your business moving. Okay. So if you could make 100,000 a year in the Zoom chat by getting good at five things, would you do it? Okay. All right. So we're going to talk about what you need, what those five things are. They are five renewable sources of people that keep warm market, high quality contacts coming in. Five things that you're going to work into your schedule on a weekly routine. Notice the word routine. All right. That's important. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that, guys. Oh, Lord have mercy. We're going to have this. Are we? Okay. And it doesn't matter if your five things are a little bit different as long as you're doing it on a weekly basis. Okay. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about raising your expectations of yourself. Okay. One recruit and two KTs every week, personal, not team, personal. That is your goal. That's what you should be doing on a weekly basis. 12 months of that is going to give you $1,000 in income. Okay. It also gives you credibility because you as a leader will always have appointments and you as a leader will always be making money. Okay. Consistency is the key to all of this. When you're, and Andy and everybody talks about it all the time. Andy's always saying, don't take your foot off the gas. All right. And that's what a lot of us do. We start rolling and we're like, oh, we got momentum. Okay. And it's awesome. And then we let up a little bit and then it just, when the consistent effort stops, so does your compounding, people. Okay. Now, the results of your consistency won't show for 90 days. You've heard Andy and other people talk about it as well. That 90 days is for real. What you are doing now is you're going to see the results 90 days from now, good or bad. Okay? So the problem is that we're used to immediate consequences of our actions, and that's not how this works. So what you do today will affect your business in 3 months. Are you doing the right things today to improve your business 3 months from now? Okay. Or do you need to make adjustments? You got to hold yourself to that higher standard, that 1 by 2 every week. Now, your daily routine. You need a routine that allows you to do the right things, right? And there's only 3 things that count as work. You're either setting an appointment, you're sitting on an appointment, or you're figuring out how to find more people to sit on appointments with. Those are your 3 things that you got to do. Okay. Take a look at your calendar. A great leader once said, you don't have a time problem, you have a priority problem. All right. If you know who I'm talking about, put it in the chat. All right. And the first 2 things you got to do daily. You got to set those appointments and you got to find more people to set appointments with. Those are the first 2 things you should do every day. Okay. You should be setting, whatever your goal is. I'm not going to stop doing this until I've set 5 appointments for tomorrow, 10 appointments for tomorrow, 15 appointments this week. Whatever it is, you should be spending that time setting those appointments. Please do not forget your solid yellow lines. Okay. Work when it's time to work, play when it's time to play. All right. You got to go all in and focus when it's time to work. Just because you're working from home doesn't mean you should be, every 5 minutes going and doing laundry, every 5 minutes going and doing dishes and then coming back to it. No. Put on your calendar those couple hours that you are going to do nothing but focus on this. Whatever your calendar allows, if you're working around another job, make sure you're leaving time for your family. But whatever hours you have allocated, put them on your calendar. Okay, go all in and focus when it's time to work so you're not bringing your briefcase to the beach, as our favorite millionaire says. All right. So we're in this business for time freedom, but if you're always thinking and talking about work because you didn't do it when you were supposed to be, now your family is going to suffer because they won't have you to themselves. Your mind is going to be somewhere else. It's going to be on your to-do list that you didn't do while you were supposed to be working. Okay? Solid yellow lines, guys. All right? Now, got to know your numbers. We've talked about this tons of times. This is Primerica math, okay? In order to get 5 appointments, I did it again. I apologize. 5 appointments, okay? You got to schedule 40 to 50 contacts a week to schedule 20 appointments. That's how many people you got to talk to schedule 20. 20 appointments, 10 are going to show. That's just the way it is. All right. And half of those will close. So if your goal is $5,000 a week, then that's what it needs to look like. All right. And we talk about this formula a lot when we're talking about our goals and backing out of our goals to figure out what we need to do to get to those goals. Okay. So use it for all of your goals. Soft contact networking. This is stuff like Facebook groups, mom groups, dad groups, anything that you're interested on Facebook. Now, notice I did not say post on groups. Do not. Okay, you're going to go Facebook jail faster than anybody's ever seen. What I'm talking about is getting in there Getting to know people, build relationships, chat back and forth, start to get to know people. And then once you have that relationship starting to build, message them on the side, okay, outside of the group. All right. So the soft contact is just about getting and building, starting relationships. You got to engage, okay? When you're in a group of people, all right, and you want to start talking to people, you're going to start with the most influential and active people in the group. Talk to them about their favorite subject. Guys, everybody loves to talk about themselves, okay? And if you're talking about them and you're going through form, you're talking about their family, their job, what they do in their spare time, what their major motivation for doing what they do is. All right. They're going to be like, oh my God, I love that Wendy girl. She is so cool. All right. We had a great conversation. Yeah, because we talked about you the whole time. Okay. But that's how you get them to remember you. Eventually, they're going to ask what you do. Have something prepared. All right. I have, I help people fire their bosses. All right. There's lots of different things that you can say, right? I make people rich, whatever. Okay. But find your tagline, find something that you can pull out of your pocket at a moment's notice. Just give them a little blurb and then just go back to talking about them. Okay. Now, when you follow up with them 2 to 3 days later, you think they're going to remember you? Put in the Zoom chat. Yeah, because you talked to them about their favorite subject. Okay. So, of course, they're going to remember you. Now, it was great meeting you the other day. Let's get together and figure out how we can help each other's businesses grow. At a minimum, we can pass referrals. At a maximum, we can actively help each other generate revenue. When's a good time to chat over Zoom for 20, 30 minutes, tomorrow or the next day? Y'all, take a screenshot, take a pic. This is the verbiage you should be using. All right. Now, of course, make it your own, right? Don't be weird. Okay. But this is how you should be talking to people. All right. Run the play. All right. We talk about this all the time, but it's an unlimited market, you guys. All right. Do not ever stop running the play. Oh my gosh, I got 5 people who posted. I got people coming in left and right. I can't keep up. Great. Don't stop. Do not stop. Hand, get a couple people from your team together and be like, I've got this post, it's blowing up. I can't handle it all. All right. Give me your calendars. We're gonna help each other. Okay. Add new friends daily. I am so committed to this portion, adding friends daily and asking for shares daily. I spend a good hour on Facebook every day, sometimes more. Okay. But if you're finding yourself in a bad market, all right, Facebook shares, that's what gets you into a new market. Remember, guys, if somebody shares a post for you, it's going out to an entirely new market of people that you would not normally have access to. There's a real reason why your coaches, when you first start, say get 20 shares on your post. A little bit later down the road, you're going to be asking people to share a brand new post for you. Okay. And that will reach even further. All right. Here's the big one. Go green. You got to track your business. Is there anybody here who is currently tracking their business? Noah raised his hand. Nobody else. Okay. All right. So let's get at this, guys. All right. Make yourself an Excel chart. Okay. Activity trumps skills. With enough activity, you're going to skill up. You just got to get that activity. That's all the stuff that we've been talking about is creating activity. Skills will become your multiplier. You'll get better and better every time you do it. All right. And so you're going to get better and better results. And the most important part is this. As you get better, remember that 90-day delay? Well, this is how you can identify problems before you feel them 90 days out. Okay. This is being a good business owner. Okay. You're going to track. All right. You're going to forecast, right? You're going to fix. Okay. You got to track your business. All right. Train your teammates. Everything we do here is for a reason and it's duplicatable. Okay. Train your teammates to do these 5 things and it's just going to keep going. Use the activity tracker to find your weakness and skill up. Analyze your numbers daily to find and correct issues before they become a problem. And just stay focused and consistent. All right. Noah, I did it in 11.
Dang, girl. Wendy basically said, I don't want to talk any more than I have to. So I'm just going to go through this really fast and then Noah can do the rest. But that's okay. That's all right. Guys, listen, how fire was that? Like how think about it though. Like how much value did you get out of what Wendy just showed you? Because so often we just sort of think like, oh, well, I gotta just set another appointment. No, it's not just one more appointment. You need a lot of appointments. And people will say, well, how many? And I said, I don't know. What do you want to do? You want to make like $5 or 5 million? Because those are very drastic different levels of appointments, y'all. Like it's it changes because it depends what you want, right? And I think sometimes we miss that when we're talking to our people because and I'm guilty, right? Like in the beginning, I thought everybody wanted to be me. No, it turns out I'm actually a psycho and I'm really weird. Wendy knows, right? You heard that laugh. That's legitimate. That's a real laugh. Because in the beginning, I'm like, wah, like 1,000 miles an hour. And I'm like, why isn't everybody else doing this? But then I had to take a step back and I had to go, no, you're an idiot. Not everybody wants to be you. Most people came to this thing to get a license, get an education in money and finance, and make like an extra $500 a month. Why are you trying to make them do something that they're not wanting to do? And when I came to that realization and I was actually honest with myself, I was able to back off a little bit, right? And it's not that I was backing off, I was asking people what they wanted. And a really wise man named Andy Onstead taught me one day because I was talking to my wife and I said, doesn't matter. I already told her. And he goes, whoa, back up, young Jedi. What did you ask her? And I was like, I told her, doesn't matter. That's when I like, he like let me marinate in it for a minute. And I was like, oh, I should have asked her. And that applies to everybody. It applies to your kids, it applies to your coworkers, right? Like it's so what we're gonna do now, right? We're gonna jump into some recognition and then we're gonna bring up the next round of killers and we're gonna run through a future RVP panel because I want you guys to really see. And Wendy, are the bonus and cash slides, are they the last ones on the recognition? Perfect, because that's gonna walk us right into what we're gonna be talking about. So Wendy, let's knock out some recognition. Sound good? All right, let me get out of here.
You got it. Here we
You're up.
go. Let me share. Everybody hang tight. Here we go. Oop, now I got to move y'all for a second. Hang tight. Okay. If I could move things out of the way. What is happening here? Oh, got it. There we go. I had to move things. Okay. So top unlicensed premium. Now, before I click this button, what does unlicensed premium mean? Who's that for? Do you have to be licensed to be on this chart? Everybody? No. All right. These are unlicensed people. Alexandria Camp with 2749 in third place. And that's a nice start, right? Third place at 2749. Very good. Shelby Floatin. Dang, we took a jump. 4698. Okay, Shelby. And then we got Logan, 4921. Nicely done, girl. Now we have top personal premium below RVP. Halie and Philip Spires, 5,851 for the week. Not bad. John and Honey, 8,478. Well done. Jet, nice. Wow. Wow. You guys, $10,000 this week in premium. That's amazing. All right. Now, top team below, excuse me, top team Below RVP premium Jet Park, 10,000. All right. And Halie and Phillip, 10,772. Oh, dang, Jet, they got you by 700 bucks. And Angela and Ryan Weber, 14,204. Well done, guys. That's awesome. Okay. Top personal recruiter. So this means that how many directs did you bring on? All right. Logan brought on two. Nice. Emily brought on three. Emily Ramos. Very good. And number one, Cheyenne Lusk with four. Great job, guys. And now we're going to talk about, um, oops, we're going to talk about, I don't know what that says, but John and
Top team recruits below
team
RVP,
recruits.
y'all.
I can't see. Everybody's in my way. Thank you. John and Honey with 13. Casey and Kyle Morris, great job. 15 new teammates. And Halie and Philip Spires tied with Angela and Ryan Weber, 19 apiece. Way to go. Top team recruits, RVP and above. Noah and Melissa McQueen with 19. Jessica and Ben Powers with 28. And there can only be one number one, Andy and Brittany Onstead with 42. Let's go, guys. That's a lot. Top team premium, RVP and above. Jessica and Ben Powers with 19,869. Noah and Melissa McQueen with 21,615. And Andy and Brittany with 30,000 in team premium this week. Woo! Now, top personal cash. This is where it gets good, you guys. Number 5, Logan Barnett came up with $2,700 in cash this week. I bet you that feels good, Logan. All right.
First week license, by the way. We'll get to
That's
that.
amazing. I love it. John and Honey Height, 3,000 this week. 3,198. Jet, 3,200 this week. Halie and Phillip. Now, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but a lot of these people look like they're on Atlas. Halie and Phillip Spires with 3,452, and there can only be one. Number one. Robin Krupansky, congratulations. Almost $5,000 just this week in cash. Beautiful. All right, now top RVP personal cash. Is that what that says? I hope so. Number 3, Jessica and Ben Powers, 2,973. Noah and Melissa McQueen with 55. Nice. And number 1, Andy and Brittany, they made about 10,000 in cash. I bet you that'll help while they're on their trip. Yes? They probably don't need it. All right. So let's talk about, do you want me to do big bonuses now, or do you want me to do the new passers?
You can do the new passers if you got them.
Okay, so let me
Just
do
run it. You're good. Don't mess
just,
up your
just
mind.
run it. Okay.
Just run it.
So, all right. So these are people who have earned really big bonuses. Okay. Oh my God, this thing. I'm telling you.
You're
First
good.
world problems.
And guys, if you
So,
notice the difference, right? Like the one right now, it hasn't paid out yet, but the previous one says paid out. So Serena's is actually still building too.
yeah, which is amazing. So Serena is at 1750 so far. Okay. Congratulations, Serena. And we've got, dang, 2050 so far. She's not done yet. It's amazing. So congratulations. Let's see. Who am I talking to?
That's Lori.
Everything,
All right.
everything's my way.
You're good. You're good.
Okay, awesome. So let's talk about Logan's first 2 weeks. Oh my God. Sorry.
Technical difficulties happen, guys. Hey, guys, listen.
First world problem.
If you think running these meetings is easy and keeping like 300 mildly like engaged people entertained, no, it is not. I promise you.
Well, this is entertaining, isn't it?
This is entertaining.
This is definitely
And you're out here
entertaining. Let me
getting
just
your
back it
license.
out on a hot minute. All right. So we're going to do it this way. Logan's first 2 weeks licensed. Okay. Look, total cash 1,000. $74. All right, let's talk about Haley's first month license. 10 grand, you guys. Halie, congrats. That's awesome. All right, now we're going to talk about new licensed agents, and I'm sure we're going to get back to Halie and Logan and everybody else here in a second. But let's talk about who got their licenses this week. We got Jessica Chandler. Congrats. Trent Rutherford. Well done, sir. Very spiffy. Sarah Gonzalez. I love the kids. Woo woo. Way to go, girl. And Laura, I think it's Gottschall. I'm not sure, but congratulations, Laura. That's amazing. And somebody tell me who's next. Okay, no, it's all yours.
Thanks, Wendy. I appreciate you, girl. Technical difficulties and all. It's okay. It's okay. Right? You're good. You're totally good. So, hey guys, what we're gonna do really quick, and I promise you we're gonna end on time tonight because I got an appointment at 9. So we're gonna be done on time. I promise you. I won't go over. So what I'm gonna do really quick, I'm gonna bring Logan and Haley up on here with me. So Haley, can you do me a favor? Can you raise your hand, your little zoomy hand, little zoomy hand? There we go. Let's go find you, bring you up, and then we'll get your pin on. Awesome. So guys, what I want to do, so Logan, you're on the top, so just in order of this, what I want you guys to do really quick, I want you to tell everybody how long you've been in the business, what you did before, right? And just we'll start there. So how long you been in the business and what did you do before?
So I've been in the business for almost a month, and before this, I was a guardian ad litem.
Guardian, can you just like expand on that? What is that?
So a guardian ad litem is somebody that advocates for kids in court. I would go into homes and justify if it was livable or not for children, and then I would go and testify in court.
Okay. So you've been doing this. I think you're like literally at like 5 weeks. Like this might
Mm-hmm.
be your fifth week. Like
Yes, maybe. Yeah.
so in 5 weeks, did I run every single appointment for you?
No,
Okay. Did I close all of your recruiting appointments for you? Did I do all of that?
no.
No, you took ownership pretty early, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. We'll leave it at that. So Haley, what about you, girl? How long have you been in the business and what did you do before?
I've been in 2 months. Before this, I was an ABA therapist, so worked with autistic children.
Okay. So you didn't really have like a life insurance background and a financial services background, neither one of you, right? Okay. When you came into this thing, Haley, like what did you really just tell everybody, what did you tell me when we did your IBA? Because I recruited you.
So I was coming off maternity leave and I wanted to stay home with my daughter. I literally told him no, and he asked me what I wanted out of this. I said, we're just gonna go the first 30 days, take a leap of faith, and just see what happens.
So good. Best leap of faith you ever took in your life, right?
Yeah.
All right, so now we're gonna go back in reverse. So for you, Haley, and I know this was kind of one of the big things that we talked about early on, like your why. Because I think a lot of people sort of they come into the business, right? They have a why and that drives them early on for like the first 5 minutes. And then a lot of people let that why become the reason that it becomes why not. And they actually use it as an excuse. And it tears me up inside. But you've never done that. But just like outside of being able to stay at home with the baby, what was your why for the business?
So kind of to help my family, we my husband's right here, he's probably gonna yell at me. Um, so before this, I'll be honest, like we were choosing to pay either credit cards or buy groceries. I literally got caught up on like 2 credit cards and still had money in my account after like my first deposit. Another why is my dad passed away in 2021 from cancer. At the time, my mom and my dad had let their life insurance policy lapse. So when he passed away, my mom only got a year's salary, so about $100,000, and that's all we had left from him.
Man, guys, do you like that? Like I've heard that story a lot of times, and it still wrecks me every time I hear it. And but think about it. Do you really think I had to like turn her into a crusader at all? No. Halie, who was the very first client kitchen table appointment that we ever did for you?
My mom.
Your mom. Do you think I had to convince her mom of the need for life insurance? Not by a sight. She actually goes, well, I already got some and I got some at work, but I could always use some more. And I said, amen, girl. I love you. Like you are the perfect client, right? It was a laydown. And then now I've got Halie and her mom, right? And I showed so much value to mom. Haley's in. She's in, right? It's game over. It's done, right? So Halie, I'm gonna pause you for a second. I'm gonna jump up to Logan really quick. So Logan, like your why, right? Because you were doing this and applying for another job at the same time, leaving another one. You were doing like 3, 4, 17 things at once, right?
I was.
Yeah.
So my reason is because I have 4 kids. We wanted more money to be able to do things with our kids. I was working late hours. So when I came in, I was like, I'll give it a try and see how it goes. And if it goes well, then I'll, do it full time. I did have a job interview and I turned the job down to be with Primerica full time because I had really good success with it so far. And I'm just going to keep going to the top.
Dang. Guys, like in a short period of time, right? Do you see what happens when you get in with somebody that wants it and you run with the right people? So I think honestly, so many of us, and we're all guilty of it because we that are here see the value of what we do, and we get so busy trying to make someone else see the value that we try to push a dead body, and it's never going to happen.
And I'd
It's
like to say something else too, Noah.
yeah, go.
And to vouch off what Halie was saying, I lost my mom 2 years ago, and I'm not going to get emotional. Um, she does not have a, she did not have a spouse, and it was just me and my brother, and she did not have life insurance either. So when she passed away, it was all on me. Because I'm her power of attorney. And so another reason why I do this is because I don't want people in that situation. Like, I don't want people to have to go through what I went through, like, especially grieving over your loved ones and then have to deal with burden of their debt. Like, if I can save people from doing that, I'm going to do it.
Guys, it's like literally like and I know the rest of the story, guys, and like I like the bumps, right? It kills me. But did you guys hear two critical things, right? They both have had experiences and situations that they don't want someone else to go through. You've you've got a built-in crusade already on your side, guys, and the story of that will always resonate with people, right? And I know we say we don't sell anything. We don't. We show value and clients decide and clients move forward. But a story sells because people can relate to a story, right? You're not just looking at words on a picture or, words on a graphic of some sort. No, stories relate and people can understand that. And so if you guys haven't figured out that crusade for yourselves yet, or you don't know what that looks like yet, go figure it out. Spend some time, figure that out. Go like reevaluate your why. And then don't you dare ever let your why turn into the reason why you're not doing the business. I can't tell you how many times someone like Halie and I had this exact same experience. We were in the same friggin' text thread with this girl. She goes, oh my gosh, well, I guess this isn't something that you can do with kids. Because I said, hey, just do me a favor, plug into the meeting, throw in an AirPod like a podcast. She's like, I'm not sacrificing time with my children. Like, I didn't ask you to, but have a blessed day. Do you think I'm like trying to chase her down and make her do this thing? No, because all we need to do is take a step back and let Halie go post a gratitude post today saying my first month in the business and she made 10 grand. Guys, that's insane. But it's amazing. Halie, have you like, and be honest, and for both of you guys, right? Halie, you made 10 grand your first full month license. Logan, you're at like 5 grand in the first week. I know like this month so far you've been paid a grand, but that's because your first actual month license you got like 4,400 because you had like 3 days left in the month between your bonus and what you made.
Yeah, and don't do what I did either.
What's that?
Um, so I put my banking information in wrong, and now I'm having to wait for everything to get fixed.
So like hand to God, guys. Logan texts me and she like sends the daily blast thing and it says check, right? And she's like, "Oh my God, why are they sending me a check?" And I'm like, "Chill out, girl. It's a direct deposit." And I showed her mine. I was like, "Look, it's gonna pay." And she goes, "Oh, okay, okay, okay." And like the next day, she's like, "I still don't have it." I'm
I
like,
knew something was wrong.
and then she went and checked and she's like got the wrong banking info in there. I'm like, calm yourself down. They'll cancel out the old ones and they'll reissue new ones. It'll be okay. But it's hard to tell somebody that when there's like $5,000 floating around in the ether, right? You gotta like, but it'll be fine. I promise.
Got a text from her saying, I'm freaking out, help.
But like that's okay. We'll fix it, guys. Home office is amazing. Like you have an entire team of people, like 3,000 people strong at home office that are literally there every day to take care of all of the nonsense that you don't have to do. Like we paid almost 20 grand in like payroll last month inside of the base shop. I didn't cut a check. I didn't do none of that. Home office takes care of all that. Are you kidding me? Everybody's direct deposit is taken care of, right? It's gonna be just fine. Don't worry about that. And so what I like, guys, you have to understand these women have made more money in 1 month with us running our system than I assume you've got. Have you guys ever made 5, 10 grand in a month before, ever doing anything? See,
No.
Haley's playing with a baby right now, right? Like, Haley, have you ever made 10 grand in a month before?
No,
How long would it have taken you to make 10 grand at your old job?
5 or 6 months. Like to put it in perspective, for 8 weeks of maternity leave, I made $2,500. That's all they paid me.
So 1250 a month. So on like the maternity leave schedule, we literally just gave you back 8 months of your life. Guys, that's what you need. Like, if nothing else sinks in tonight, you have to realize how much time you're buying yourself back when you run this thing the right way. When you do this the right way, like there's no stopping it once you get to that point of like irreversible momentum, right? You build a team big enough and you teach people to duplicate, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen, right? And think about this, because Haley, you've you've got a bunch of money in savings because we set up your MAP account, right? So that's already taken care of, guys. And if you don't have a MAP account yet, that's something we need to fix. Logan, we're going to fix yours, right? Because money accumulation program is a way for you guys to set up how much a percentage of your paycheck automatically goes into a money market account, which is like a really great savings account. And if you don't see it, the odds of you spending it go way down. You would agree, right? If it's not there, but you know it's there, but you can't just like move it on your phone, the odds of you saving it go up exponentially, right? And so this business was built to make you financially bulletproof, literally bulletproof. Financial independence is not a pipe dream, guys. It's real. Because Art Williams said, look, you need to be in a position where nobody can put their thumb on you to make you do something you don't want to do because of money, right? You shouldn't be in a position where you have to trade time for money forever, right? But is it going to be easy? No. No, these girls have not had it easy. Halie is working on a master's. She's studying for her SIE on top of all this and still running and grinding and building business.
I'm in nursing school.
And freaking Logan's in nursing school and was trying to take another job. Guys, listen, but I will tell you, and this will be the last thing, unless you guys have any final parting words. Actually, do you guys have anything that you want to say? Like any last couple of things? No? Okay. I will ask you one more question then. If you guys could do something different, even though you've had massive success, if there was something you could have done different, what would you have done differently? Anything?
The only thing I would have done different is do it faster, do it sooner. Like that's the
You
only
got
thing I
licensed
would
in a
say.
month and she says, I'm gonna do it faster. Amen. Success loves speed.
Yeah, you got to get in there and get it done.
Okay, do it faster. All right. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go. Thank you, Logan. I appreciate you. Halie, final parting words for you. Would you have done anything differently?
No, I will say it's possible. Anyone can do it. You just have to put your mind to it.
It's possible. Anyone can do it. And the biggest thing I wanted you guys to see tonight from these two ladies is one, it has no like where you come from, your background has no bearing on your level of success. Zero. They've had no financial background, no experience at all. Hey, I'm gonna let you go. I forgot to unpin you. I'm out here like a rookie tonight, right? Well, one, give it up for those ladies in the Zoom chat because that's freaking amazing. 10 grand in their first month. What advice I will give you both right now is do not slow down. Period. If you slow down, everything like it's sort of like being on a roller coaster, right? It's like king, 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 king. You're getting really high right now. If you slow all down, all backwards. No, no, do not slow down. But listen, guys, I will tell you because I know, because I've been there with these ladies. There are two massive, massive secrets that sort of like underlie these ladies' success. Well, three. Three. One, they did exactly what I told them to do from the day one. They never questioned it. They just said, Roger that, coach. Here we go. Right. And it's not like if I say jump, you need to say how high. But God bless, if I tell you to do something that's going to be good for your business, why would you question me? Why would you question the dude that just made $36,000 last month? Why? Please tell me. Because if you made more, I'll listen. It- I will always listen to somebody that makes more money than me. If you make less, we can have a conversation, but I might not be doing it, right? I ain't changing anything. That's for dang sure. But so coachable, right? Secondly, their spouses and their support systems from day one on board because they were like literally the very first people that I ever sat down with. And that's who I always want to sit down with. I want to be in your most important person's head from day one. They need to see the legitimacy of what we're going to do, right? I don't care if they buy, sell, join. It doesn't matter. I need to get in front of them and show them that you're not just talking to some like bunch of random weirdos on Zoom. Amen. Like, because I'm telling you, you have to put your field trainer in front of the most important person in your life and let them talk to them. If you guys want to become clients, great. Y'all, I mean, in reality, y'all should be your own first clients. Put your own oxygen mask on first. I'm just saying, right? But you don't have to be. But listen, they put me in front of their own, like, most important people first. And now, on top of that, they were at an in-person event within their first month or change of being in the business. And I promise you, it completely changed everything for them. Oh, by the way, they brought some important people with them. Logan brought her husband. Halie brought her mom. Philip had to work. It's, hey, guys, that's okay. There's a support system. But I promise you, like having that on board and having them around made a huge difference. Halie, you want to talk? What you got, girl? You just put your hand up for no reason?
I just wanted to say that yes, my mom was there, but my mom stayed at the hotel with my 6-month-old and kept her so I could go to the event, and Noah and Melissa actually picked me up and drove me both days.
Yeah,
So
great.
that be there.
Of course. Why wouldn't I? I mean, it was like a 5-minute drive, Halie. You're being a little like it's not like I drove to South Carolina, picked you up, and like drove back down here. I might, right? I might. But of course I would. Of course, right? It's a team. It's a team. I'm not gonna be like, no, like have your mom schlep you and the baby. And no, of course, guys, of course. But listen, big decisions happen and get made at big events. If you're not plugging into an in-person event that is coming up, you're missing a massive opportunity. Massive, right? You will just you will continue to miss the environment. You'll miss the opportunity. So listen, the next thing coming is in March. It's at home office, March 10th. Do not miss it, right? We're doing the red line to a million celebration event. It's open to everybody, right? It's gonna be a home office tour. We're gonna have lunch. You're gonna be sitting in the Art and Angela Williams Theater watching us get like do the taping of the TV show PFN, right? Guys, it's just for our team. We're going to get priority. If you live within like South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, North Carolina, Florida, like you could drive there in probably 3 to 6 or 7 hours. Anywhere in that radius, get your butt down there, right? You need to get your butt down there. Who's coming? And think about this. If you're coming and you live within that really short driving radius, bring somebody with you. Please, God, don't drive yourself alone and not bring a teammate that was like 20 minutes away. Figure it out, right? I don't care if y'all stack a freaking hotel room the night prior or get up at 3 in the morning and drive there to be there at 8. I don't care. I don't care. Get there. Just get there. Because right now, I can promise you there's maybe 10 of us that have been to home office. It might be a little higher, but out of 200 and some odd people, it's barely double digits. I promise you. Because I've only been once, and that's when we went to Millionaires in Training, right? So if you can't make it in March, that's okay. When's the next ECBS, right? When is it? Who knows? Put in the Zoom chat, guys. When's the next builder school? It's in May. Absolutely. May 16th and 17th. Do not miss it. And if you can't commit to coming in person, guys, the freaking Zoom ticket is 25 bucks. You get the entire thing on Zoom. You get the entire thing recorded. Don't miss it. Even if you know for a fact you can't make it, no excuse to not be able to dial in on Zoom. You can make it, I promise. Think about this. Where else have you ever been? Or like what job have you ever worked at where somebody makes literally $1 million or more a year that's willing to like come teach you about how to make that much money in the same business that you're in? In the same business that you're in. That's insane, right? Alicia Thomas, if you're due to have a baby in May, that's amazing. Have that baby and pop an AirPod in and listen to friggin' training, girl. You're gonna be all right. I promise you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right. But guys, listen, you you cannot, please hear me on this. You cannot pass up an opportunity like we're about to have in March, right? March 9th, 10th, and 11th is when we're actually going to be up there. The 9th will be there. The 10th is the actual taping. The 11th, we're pretty much all leaving, right? But even if you can just drive in for the 10th and be there, start planning it now. You got a month. You got a month. And if you're like, oh, no, I can't afford that. Well, God bless. You have a license. Go write the freaking couple policies. It's why you came here and got a license anyway. Am I right? Question mark, as Andy would like to say, right? Because let's be honest. Yes, it's in Georgia. Guys, home office is in Duluth, Georgia. 1 Primerica Parkway is the address. If you watch any of the flyers go by or any of that, like the address is on there. 1 Primerica Parkway. It's a beautiful building. It's friggin' gigantic. If you ever had a doubt about like what we do, get your butt to home office, walk through the hallways, walk through the 9/11 memorial, because so many of you guys are so new, you don't even understand like the power of what this company did around 9/11, around massive like mass casualty events. Guys, can you imagine a life insurance company where like hundreds of people die and we literally have a team that's dedicated to scrub those lists before they get released to the public, and they look for people that died that are in our client list? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine, I don't know, I wouldn't say, I won't say any names, but could you imagine some other random companies, right, that would then reach out to a client or reach out to an agent to say, hey, your client has a death claim that they didn't make yet. They haven't claimed the money. We have a check for almost $500,000. Would you be open to go delivering it to them? I don't know too many companies that would do that, guys, but this is a real story. Home office called Coach Mario because the agent that had written the policy 15, 20 years ago was out of the business and said, hey, Mario, you've got a client that died in the Vegas shooting. No one's made the death claim. It's a little over $400,000. We were wondering if you would go like do the delivery and give the check to the beneficiary. He's like, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Goes to the house. And I'm going to end with this story because I'm getting the bumps right now too, right? He goes to the house, knocks on the door. Lady won't answer. Won't answer the door. Probably freaked out because he thought it was like some eviction person trying to get them like out of the house, right? Mario like writes a note on some envelope or something, like slides it through the mail slot. And then she reads it. He's like, hey, I'm Mario Arizon. I'm a senior national sales director with Primerica. Your husband passed away. He had a life insurance policy, yada, yada. She finally comes out. They have a conversation. He goes back inside. She's like, oh my God, we were literally about to sell the house. We didn't we didn't know we had the life insurance policy. We didn't know how we were gonna like live. Guys, I'm getting the bumps everywhere. And this isn't even my story, but this is the power of this company, right? Literally changed that family's life overnight in 20 minutes. You truly don't even fully understand the power right now of the business and the company that you work for, the goodness of this company, because you haven't been around long enough. Stick around. Give it 90 days. If you're under 90 days in this business, just stick around. Just stick around and see what happens. Leap of faith, as Halie wanted to say, right? Just stick around and see what happens. What's the worst thing that happens? You stick around for 90 days and get a license. You let all of us teach you something like amazing about money and finance. You show up on Sunday skills and get some more skills along the way. Because, oh, by the way, this Sunday we're starting the new series of Sunday night skills. So don't even dare miss that. And if some of y'all been around for a minute and are investment license, you better come to my 401 class because I'm gonna light it up. If you're brand new rookies, don't you be showing up in 401. I'll kick you out, right? But listen to me. You need to stick around, right? So Charlene, like you, yeah, we call this the Mario. I stole it from him because it freaking jacks me up. You gotta bring that energy, right? And that's what we do in this business. And I ask people all the time, like, look, right here. We all use these, yeah? We all use them every day. In about 2 days, though, this little guy, worthless without this. Worthless. This is you. This is the meeting. So if you're missing these and your people are missing these, your battery for the business and your belief in this thing, couple days, couple days, don't miss it. Don't miss it. Guys, you just have to give it a shot. You have to bet on yourself. And I know for some of us, we don't come from a background of belief and a background of betting on ourselves and a background of success. This is where it changes. This is a business where it changes. This is a business where you get coached about becoming a better person, about having a better outlook on life, about how you talk to yourself and protecting your mindset, right? We don't use words like trying, hopefully, maybe. I'm working on it, coach. But you tell me that and click. Kidding. I won't hang up on you. I'll probably, can I give you some coaching? Right? Can we change some verbiage a little bit? You text me something, I'm gonna text it back to you and like delete the trying words. Like, read that. How's that sound? And it's not to be mean, guys, it's to make you better. Because if I can fix those little things, if we can fix those little things about how you talk to yourself and how you just go about your daily life, everything starts changing. Everything starts changing. So listen, I told you, I promised we'd finish on time. We're going to. We're actually going to finish early because I have a KT at 9. So I got 3 minutes to like get my ish together and move on. So listen, if you learned something tonight, if you were motivated tonight, if you were inspired tonight by anything, go into any and all of the chats and just write what inspired you. 2, 3 words. I don't care what it was, right? And then figure out what your why is going to be and come to home office in March and tell somebody in person your why. Tell them. And then get your butt down here to Clearwater, Florida in May because the weather's gonna be amazing. Florida in May, get out, right? Like, come on. You don't want to be anywhere else in the middle of May and springtime besides Clearwater, Florida. Get your butt down here. I promise you, because we need to be packing that place out. All right. Packing it out. All right, guys, get out of here. Great meeting. I'll see you guys out there. All right. Success, love, speed. Let's go.